Ah, yes, you are welcome. And because adult life is sometimes full of boredom and compromise, every morning we come to set loose and with our inner child in us. Where's your inner child?
Me? My inner child is inside me, literally.
Okay,
it cannot be denied that childhood had certain privileges. And as children, we had pleasurable attitude towards life.
Yes,
now, don't be mistaken by all our talks about being children. It's not Children's Day yet.
It is close, however.
Yeah.
And we are all in the gutter, but some of us choose to look at the stars even from there. Let's say good morning and welcome once again. And Mike is in the kitchen. What's going on, Monsieur Mike?
Very, very intriguing chef we have this morning. Chef KD Prime is in the house. Hello, Chef.
Oh, yes.
All right. It's so good to have Chef KD back in the studio. The last time he was here, he cooked with alcohol. But he told me this morning that there will be no such thing on the menu. So we have our fingers crossed on that one.
That's indeed good to have you. Now, entertainment is what we are good at, and we have been licensed to thrill. So we've got the best of the very best in quality.
You didn't say it right. Licensed to thrill.
Okay, I guess, yeah, she does it best. It's a great Tuesday, and Tuesdays always come with totally different type of energy, and we are ready for that today.
Yeah. Okay. I prefer Tuesday. My superpowers failed me on Mondays. I'll say you deserve an award if you always deliver on that Monday presentation. Especially if, like me, you worked on Sunday night. So you're like, do I have to wake up?
Boo-hoo-hoo, enough of that, Mary. Hey.
Sit down.
What's so violent?
I am not violent. I'm the sweetest angel, dearest.
Hey, listen, our Tuesday edition is always very, very extra special to suit your day. Yes, good morning once again and welcome to the best part of the week, the best part of the morning. We've got quite a lineup for you guys today. My name is MAZINO Appeal.
And I am Mary Bashua Alime. I saw that. Remember, you can use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC, and that's across all social media platforms. And you should also follow us at TVC Connect across Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Watch us live absolutely anywhere in the world. Mobile app is there for you for download on Google Play Store and on iOS.
Yes, so remember, social media, you must be following us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. In fact, pursue us everywhere. We love knowing that you have so much interest in our affairs.
Yes, indeed. Now, let's tell you what we have coming up for a Tuesday edition here.
So, how do you prevent the elderly from unnecessary falling? We'll be finding out some more on Earth as a certified caregiver who specializes in geriatrics caregiving, and Omolayo Ayobadejo joins us on the show. For parenting, we will take a look at parental favoritism and its impact on siblings with Iwaola Ugulu, an educationist and marriage counselor who is passionate about building strong and successful families.
And finally, for an interesting chat in Nollywood, we've got Nollywood actor and model Christabel Amy Goody, a young talented actor who has starred in and also been in, well, gotten very many awards, winning movie roles and several other films. Well, we just can't wait for that interview.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Sometimes you have to be found.
Well, good morning, Mr. Mike.
Yeah,
how are you doing?
Great to be here.
I always like it when you combine the tribal with the English and everything.
That's
cool.
being, you're being discriminated. What's tribal? When you say tribal?
You know what she called it?
Shut up.
Oh, wow. My very first shut up right on set. But from who else?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
I
you.
couldn't resist the moment. You shouldn't tell him.
The level of...
Because if you told him, Mazina is going to tear... Mike is going to tear me apart.
Relationship is really toxic.
Which relationship?
So let's do some therapy now. Both of you, come talk to me.
Therapy.
Talk to me.
You are the last person I will talk to.
No. Let's
You are kidding me.
Let's
No.
You are kidding me.
Oh, yeah.
You are the last person I'll talk to when it comes to relationships.
Yes.
What is wrong with both of you?
We're fine, thank you very much.
You're fine.
The therapist. The therapist will knock sense into your head.
It's a very special day for two of the women here on Wake Up Nigeria. So we would like to first of all say congratulations to Titi and also to Tokwe, which is very, very coincidental. because they both
huge
have a very
coincidence.
interesting occasion today.
You're congratulating them.
No, no, Captain First World Stars is a special day for them.
No, but he's right. You are congratulating them for their mother's birthdays. This is not their mothers you should congratulate for,
exactly.
for their birthdays.
Well, you can say it again, and we've got a picture right here.
Yes.
That's Titi's mother.
Yeah, so Titi's mom is celebrating her birthday today.
Happy birthday, ma'am.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
and coincidentally also Tapioca's mom as well.
Tapioca's mom.
So incidentally, both of them are very wonderful mothers.
Yeah.
Whenever I've had recourse to ever have some chat with them, they are wonderful people.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
so
grand.
that's it. Happy birthday to Titi's mommy and to Tapioca's mommy. Though that's not why they're not here today.
Welcome. Start of the morning here for a Tuesday. We always start with the news. My name is MAZINO Appeal. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has broken his silence over the Southern governor's decision to ban open grazing as a means of ending the security challenges, which has claimed thousands of lives in the country. Now, according to the presidency, the resolution reached in Asaba, the Delta State capital, will not solve the farmer-herder clashes as it is of questionable legality. The president added that his administration is working on other alternatives to address the security challenges and bring peace between farmers and herders. The president's statement is coming few days after the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, had likened the proposed ban to prohibiting spare parts dealers and traders in the north. Now, instead of a ban on open grazing, President Buhari believes the rehabilitation of forest reserves across the country will curb the bloody clashes between herders and farmers. In line with this agenda, the federal government says the funding for the project that has been delayed is now being partly unlocked, and actual work for the full actualization of the modern reserve system is a few of the consenting states should take off next month. And now to Anambra State, where the police command has confirmed the attacks on INEC and Police B Divisional Command in Awka by unknown gunmen. The State Commissioner of Police, Christopher Owolabi, while briefing journalists at the INEC headquarters in Awka, the state capital, said the attack on B Division was a trick, as hoodlums were after the INEC office before his men repelled their attacks. He said the command recorded 100% success during last night's attack on its facility, but hoodlums succeeded in the headquarters of Independent National Electoral Commission, burning some vehicles and also some buildings. The CP, however, assures residents of their safety as police have commenced routine patrols in the state and are in partnership with other sister agencies to return peace and order to the state amidst the violence, to ensure that calm is returned and the residents safe. Now, the incident which occurred on Sunday is the latest in the series of attacks on police facilities and INEC offices by hoodlums in recent times in the region.
I want to plead within that number that God is with us, that they should go about their normal businesses, normal duties, as far as their law abiding, and endeavor to keep security agencies abreast of developments or anything suspicious we see in their various areas. The state is safe. God is helping us. There's no problem. That's the assurance I want to give you this morning.
I told you that we are still assessing the damage. We don't know exactly what. Because it's a store, you keep all sorts of things. So it's the open space where we use as our collation center that was damaged, and then a part of our store.
And Ethiopia has accused the United States of meddling in its affairs. Now, the accusation follows Washington's announcement of restrictions on economic and security assistance over alleged human rights abuses during the conflict in the northern Tigray region. Ethiopia's foreign ministry says if the U.S. restrictions continues, Addis Ababa will be forced to reassess its relations with the United States, which might have implications beyond bilateral relationships. Now, the foreign ministry describes the action taken by the U.S. government as meddling in Ethiopia's internal affairs, which it describes as inappropriate and completely unacceptable. But the U.S. Secretary of State, Attorney Blinken, says the restrictions imposed are meant to push both sides towards a peaceful resolution of the conflict that erupted last November. The Ethiopian government has come under increased pressure from the international community over mounting reports of atrocities in Tigray. And that's it for the news this morning.
Thank you for staying tuned. It is time for the newspaper headlines on Wake Up Nigeria. We begin this morning with the Guardian newspaper. Now, the Guardian newspaper has this: Buhari flays Southern governor's open grazing ban, says it is power show. Here we see Asaba declaration questionable, offered no solutions, promises to move against killer headsmen, scores killed in Benue Plateau midnight raid. Down here we see more worries over borrowings, foreign reserves depletion, growing foreign reserves to $40 billion may douse FX tension, that's a foreign exchange tension, inflation. Nigeria borrowing to fund salaries, trips. About 83% revenue goes into debt service. Onyekpere calls for cancellation of revenue collection percentage to FIRS, customs. Why war against corruption may not succeed, and that's by Bajan Biamila. Down here we see losing officers as worsening Nigeria's woes, Buhari laments. And finally, Reps Caucus accuses EFCC of harassing PDP members. Now, all of these stories and more you can catch in the Guardian newspaper today. Now, we move from there to the Nation newspaper. Now, the Nation newspaper has this: presidency slams Southern governor's open grazing ban. Here we see more INEC offices raised in Anambra, Enugu, Imo. Why autonomy for legislature, judiciary is key, and that's by agency DG. Abiodun's age surety is fraud suspect, says the U.S. Lagos, Ogun, launch joint development commission. Here we also see 58 killed in Niger, Benue, Plateau. Anti-kidnapping protesters block Abuja-Kaduna Road. Down here we also see Buhari governor's orders to determine APC convention date. Now, all of these stories and more you can catch in the Nation newspaper this morning. Now, from the Nation newspaper, we move on to the Daily Sun newspaper. The Daily Sun newspaper has this: open grazing, Buhari faults ban, okays grazing reserves take off, rubbishes Southern governor's resolution. Here we also see another INEC office raised in Enugu. Here, Diri condemns attack on Diete Spiff, warns against secret GMOUs. 2.353 million Nigerians displaced by bandits flood in 2020. And that's a report by NEMA as Buhari receives agency reports. Retired Commodore fears more Air Force plane crashes, says investigation reports will be top secret. Certainly not good news. Insecurity. Chief of Army Staff orders death has increased our problem. And that's coming from the president. National dialogue will end agitations. And that's from Autumn. Lagos, Ogun sign MOU on borderline development. Now, all of these stories, of course, you can catch in the Daily Sun newspaper this morning. And that's about it on the newspaper headlines this morning on Wake Up Nigeria.
Well, alrighty, welcome back. What's up and about? Let's get talking, guys. Good morning once again, Mary and Mike. So, guys, interesting conversation. Once again, we're going to be talking about NYSC. But I don't want to talk about it like what we remember it to be. Hey, scrap it, it's obsolete.
We'll talk about it anyway.
Well, but I'm going to get to that. Now, there's a bill by PDP's lawmaker, Awaji Inombe Kabiante. Now, he's sponsoring a bill and he's passed the second reading to actually scrap the NYSC. But he has listed a list of explanations why it should be scrapped, and amongst them is insecurity. Now, first off, I'm one of the few people that actually believe that you shouldn't scrap the NYSC because it's actually a very, very grand tool for Nigeria. It helps people. I love to discover Nigeria, and I ask people to actually go ahead and do the NYSC for that sole reason, discover your country, because being in Lagos, we don't get to do much of that. But, however, with the present state of insecurity in Nigeria, I'm saying maybe you want to give it a break. Maybe during that time you can reassess what it's used for, what its uses are, or what it's good for, and then perhaps maybe represent it as something that might be optional to people for later. My thoughts. I don't know about you guys or anybody out there, but what do you guys think?
I don't think it should be scrapped because you see, at every point in time, almost every country has some way, either through military service or some way of serving the country. I remember there's a particular footballer comes to mind, Son Heung-min of Tottenham, a professional footballer in England, one of the richest players there, one of the biggest players, who had to go back for his compulsory 3 months military service in South Korea. He went back to service for 3 months.
Last year, 2 years.
You understand? Now, last year, I think he even went at 2 different times.
Yeah.
Served his country 3 months military service and all of that, came back to the club and all of that. And it's something that people wear with a pride, with that pride and all of that. But then, like you said, for a very long time, and this is, I'm talking about, this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years before now, I've always felt like, okay, if you don't want to pause the program, then really people should be kept in regions. Like you shouldn't go to any place you are not comfortable with. Look, some people want the adventure. It's okay. Like I feel like the same way you put choices for maybe jam, you should have like a select region. People should have the ability to choose within some particular confinement.
Yeah. One argument, however, is that rich people's kids don't get to be posted to these places where you have problems of insecurity. So why should poor people's kids be subjected to it, which is something that Abiyanti actually
well,
raised.
I actually contend that because I know, of course, that many people get posted to different places. Some rich people try to work it, and it doesn't work out.
Yeah, well.
So some are fortunate, some are not, and it all depends, really. Some just probably don't turn up at camp and get away with it.
What about the option of it being optional?
Okay, so I do not believe that NYSC should be optional. I do not believe that NYSC should be optional, and I do not believe that it should be scrapped. Because NYSC for me is an opportunity to be exposed to other cultures.
Hey, got exposed.
So, some of us, we grew up under sheltered parents
sheltered and everything.
all. And so the fear of the unknown is always there. I was posted to Sokoto until today. I still wish I had spent the entire year. So when I got to Sokoto, I was like, what is going on? The heat, the environment wasn't something I was used to.
That now, thinking back at it, it was quite an experience.
It was amazing.
It was beautiful.
That's the longest trip I've ever gone, road trip.
Oh,
wow.
See,
I was supposed to fly back, but I refused. Like I wanted to go, I chose to go by the road again.
Yeah, it's something, like I said, something of pride. But if it is between scrapping because of insecurity, if you can't pause it, then let's scrap it. If it can't be
because
paused,
of insecurity,
it should be scrapped because of, I mean, we've had too many annoying and going to. But if it can't be paused,
I think it should just be
regional.
Mike, you're right. It should just be regional for now, pending when the security issues are sorted out. It shouldn't be scrapped. I beg.
Tell us what you think.
Need the money
Get up
too.
on our social media handles. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Let's know what your opinion is on this regard. Okay. And by the way, you are looking so beautiful this morning.
Oh, thank you very much. Do you agree I'm looking beautiful? Please tell me via social media. Tag me. I want to be praised.
We'll be back.
How much time you prefer?
Okay, now, ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you Chef KD Prime at the end.
Good morning.
Good to have you here.
Thank you.
What they don't know is that we've got history. Should we let them know already? The two gentlemen you're seeing here are both bikers.
Yes.
So you see very responsible people, family men, bikers, chef, TV host. I mean, hey, good to see you here again, man. When they told me you were coming, they said, today's chef is a huge guy. And then he walks in, I'm like, I know that guy. Why are you guys scared of him? All right, Chef KD Prime, what are we having today, man? I can see we have very, very, I don't know, these ingredients, I can't put them together in my head to think of what exactly they will make. So what are we having?
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
First things first, thank you guys so much for having me back.
Oh, yeah.
I feel really connected to the morning show. And the energy that you guys give off is absolutely righteous.
Oh, thank you very much.
And because of that, I'm giving you guys a righteous breakfast this morning.
Righteous.
Yes. We're doing a Thai inside breakfast. So
Thai.
I'm making Thai tapioca.
Okay.
With a mango salsa, sweet mango salsa.
Okay.
And then we're doing Thai fish cakes as well.
Okay, so Thai as in Thailand?
Yes,
Same Thailand. Okay. Tapioca, that's what, cassava?
Yes.
Cassava. And is that what this is, the white sap?
This is the tapioca.
Oh, I thought it was rice.
Now, there's two types of tapioca that people know.
Okay.
People in the South know that they know the cassava strips.
Yeah, that's what I know.
as tapioca. But in Lagos, this is tapioca. Made from the same thing.
Oh.
You soak it. It comes dry.
Okay.
You soak it. This has been soaking in cardamom and cloves for 6 days.
Oh, wow.
So the flavor has infused into the actual tapioca.
Okay.
Because remember, it's all about flavor.
Okay. I also see we have a mash here. What is this?
This is the fish for the Thai fish cakes.
Oh.
So it's fresh fish that's been blended. And then other sexy things. I can't say sexy on TV in the morning.
Oh, you just said it twice.
Damn. Sexy things will happen to it. Other things will happen to it before it goes in your mouth. Oh, I said that too.
It's okay. Yeah. Would you have just let it go and keep going? It's okay. So you mentioned mango. I see corn here. Is this our mango?
This is the mango salsa, and I actually want you to taste it.
Oh, okay. Guys, want to check this out? Don't finish it, kid. MM is somewhere in the corner asking me not to finish it. This is quality assurance. Mike, observe how it's done. Ooh. That's not just mango.
Oh, no.
What is it?
So it's fresh mango, basil, or curry leaf, as some people will call it.
Okay.
A little bit of salt, lemon juice, and then I made a syrup out of star anise.
Okay, star anise. What's that exactly?
Star anise is a spice that's common in Southeast Asia, and it's very prevalent in Thai cuisine.
Wow. I can't wait to see the finished product. I'm hoping that we can finish before the end of the show because this looks like plenty of work. But don't worry, I'm going to be helping you. You know, we'll stick together.
You know, from our history, that help is going to be very valued.
Never leave a man behind. So, yes. So how do we get started?
Well, first thing, we need fire.
Fire, but of course, every dish. Yeah.
So because the tapioca is going to take the longest, I'm going to start with the tapioca.
Okay.
So that'll be cooking away while we do the other things.
Okay.
So we have empty pot.
Okay.
We're going to start out with the coconut milk.
Okay. Coconut milk.
Yes.
That is very thick.
Yes, it's.
I want to remind people that it's a Thai-inspired. What again now?
Tapioca pudding.
Tapioca pudding. And a mango.
With the mango salsa, you're getting there. You're getting there.
Mango salsa. Okay, yeah, mango salsa. I'll remember that one after now.
So into this, I'm putting sugar.
Sugar. Oh. Okay.
Not too sweet because I think you're sweet enough.
Well, thank you very much.
So once this comes on the heat, you have to give it a quick stir so the sugar doesn't burn or caramelize.
Okay.
Because two things are going to happen when it caramelizes. One, it's going to get bitter and unsexy.
Okay.
Damn, not again.
Oh.
And the other thing is that it's going to change the color.
Okay.
It'll make it become a brown, gloopy mess. And we don't want that. It has to be white and creamy and fresh looking.
So I'm going to make sure that we've got fire on that one. Making sure for you there. Okay. Now, if you want to see what the menu looks like, again, we're going to put that on the screen for you guys to check it out. So if you've got a pen and paper, you might want to scribble it down already. It's going to be on there for just the flash. Okay, there you have it. Tapioca pudding. You've got salt, sugar, some clovers, and what else now? Let me try and remember. Some fresh mangoes for you, lemon juice, sugar, basil, and mango salsa. That's the one I tasted, and it is very, 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 very tasty, I must tell you guys.
And there's one secret ingredient that isn't there. Because everyone here knows me and they know my style, this is my secret ingredient.
You can see how he's cupping it so that you guys don't see exactly what it is. It's very, very secret. What is that?
It is brandy, but not the actual brandy.
No, it's the singer.
It's brandy flavoring. So it's not alcohol, but it gives you the taste. Flavor of brandy. And the reason I'm using it in a dish like this, Thai cuisine has many notes. Okay. The coconut is a note, the cardamom is a note, the cloves are a note, and this is another note. So when you taste it, it's doing bah, 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 bah in your mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
We can't wait for that in our mouth. So you just stay right there. We'll let you guys know exactly how it tastes. Mike is going to come in and do the quality assurance. But we've got Mary all ready for us. And today we're going to be talking. Mary, what are we talking about today for health?
So I'm just thinking of how Chef Katie deceived me this morning that there will be nothing about alcohol. And here I am hearing brandy again.
It's not so.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, it's time for us to talk health. And to do justice to that, this morning we have this delectable lady here. But before I introduce her, let me tell you what we're going to be discussing so you can quickly sit back in case you want to go and grab a glass of water. You don't want to miss this. We're talking about how to prevent the elderly from unnecessary falling. Yeah. So she's going to be teaching us some more. She's a certified caregiver who specializes in geriatrics, caregiving. And of course, I am talking about Anne Omolayo Ayonvadijo. Great to have you here.
Thank you.
Your beautiful smile.
So we're talking about ambulation. And remember, when we first of all started, we started with dementia. Yeah. So imagine they have dementia. They can't be independent anymore, so they have to be dependent on you to do certain things for them. And it also has to do with ambulation, movement. So even though you get them the walking sticks, the tripod, all the tools, you still need to guide them to walk. I mean, I remember saying earlier in the show that their bones have become very brittle.
Yeah.
They
like
don't
a
have,
child.
yes, it doesn't have so much mineral absorption. It's like biscuit bone. So if they fall, it doesn't heal quickly because there are no minerals, enough minerals there to bind it together. So the non-medical care is very, very important to guide them, to help them. I remember I said as well, love, compassion, and encouragement. So if they take 25 steps, you praise them. Oh, you've done a beautiful job, excellent. Because this borders on their mental health. They still remember psychologically, oh, I could walk 25 years ago. I'm struggling now to walk. And they'll say, oh, is this me? They get depressed sometimes about this thing. So the little things they do, the little blessings they give you when they walk, when they eat, when they do anything, you have to encourage them. And that's what I was saying to you earlier, the heroes of caregiving. In fact, I have to say thank you to TVC for, granting us audience to talk about the elderly, because it's a topic that we overlook. If we add 30 years to our ages right now, like we're going to be the elderly, who's going to take care of us? I mean, the training, I'm giving right now is to educate both the family and the caregivers so that they are better prepared for their loved ones. And I would like to say thank you to TVC so much.
We are actually thankful to you for coming on the show to educate us more on this. And when we talk about falling, especially when we talk about falling when it comes to the elderly,
yes,
it's something so many of us take for granted.
Yes.
I've seen someone yell at his dad for falling, and it's like, can't you always, every time you just be falling? And you don't seem to realize that even at that, it's like a struggle for them. Because
yes,
as a child, you can say a child is learning how to move.
Yes.
That's why the child turns himself or herself to Spencer.
Yes.
If you remember Spencer.
Yes.
But when you, as an adult that has done all of that in your life, and then now you're old, it's a real struggle. But then how do you even prevent it in the first place? Like, how can you protect the elderly from falling?
Like, that's a very beautiful question. As a caregiver, you have to wear sturdy shoes. And even the elderly, there are special shoes for them because they can't wear, it's not business as usual with the footwear they're wearing. It has to be comfortable, it has to be balanced so that they can move easily. And then you see, our architecture in Nigeria, construction, is also not helping because we have a lot of broken blocks, pebbles, broken tiles, and this can actually hinder their movement. So when you wear sturdy shoes, you can help prevent them either falling forward or they fall backwards because their aging process, everything is declining. So they're impaired maybe in their vision, in their, the ENT, the air, nose, and throat. If it's imbalanced a little bit, they can't seem to get their balance like we do.
Yeah.
And, to be honest, the heroes of caregiving, I would like to mention them, that that's Nigerian German Center, the Ministry of Labor and Employment. They are also the biggest advocates of caregiving in Nigeria. Also, I would like to appreciate my parents too. I can't do without it. In fact, they are teaching me a lot about the aging process. my grandmother, my delectable grandmother. As well.
Okay, so there's something you mentioned earlier about minerals.
Yes.
Yes, causing the bones to get brittle.
Yes.
Now, are there things we can do, even as we are now,
yes,
to start, should I say, trying to make our bones stronger? I know we're usually told to take a lot of calcium, drink a lot of milk, though you hear guys saying at some point you should reduce your milk intake as a man. I don't know much about that, but you know, you're encouraged to take more calcium and all. So how can we, you know, prepare ourselves for these old age problems?
Okay, I mean, I would say to you, you have to take your calcium and other supplements. And you have to always, I encourage everyone, please go for medical checkup. You don't just assume you're fine because you're moving around. You need some certain vitamins, which your doctor can advise you, oh, madam, you need to take certain vitamins to help build your immune system. In fact, I mean, we were very, very aware of COVID and how it affected the immune system. Those are the kind of things we're talking about. If we have healthy immune system, taking our vitamins to build strong bones, calcium is very important. I mean, the doctors are not lying when they say you should take your calcium, to take your vitamin C, to take your vitamin A, D, K. It's very important, and we shouldn't overlook it.
And just as you mentioned earlier about the ear, nose, and throat, we take it for granted. Our ears are very important for maintaining balance. If you don't believe me, go do some research on it. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, so it's time for us to take this quick break. We'll be right back. Wake Up Nigeria continues shortly.
Chef, can you prime? I would have a discussion with you. It's not about. Auntie, calm down. It's not about what he's cooking, but I just your personality is quite intriguing. Maybe we'll have some personality discussions some other time. But hey, come on, how far are you going with the tapioca? Mazina already started tasting the mango before it started. You should be out of that kitchen.
That's not surprising.
How far, Chef Katie? How are you going?
Katie, please do let them know what's been happening.
In colloquial terms, the tapioca is answering.
It's answering because I've perceived the aroma right from straight out the pot. It's fantastic.
Not only is it answering, it's corresponding
as well. It's sending reports. Oh, by the way, there was something very special that he did. He actually put in that's into this was our mashed fish.
Yes.
Now it's not just the mashed fish, but it's got our corn in it. It's got some garlic in it. No, now that's the special bit. It's not just garlic, but it's 7-year-old garlic. And I asked him, who keeps garlic for 7 years? How do you preserve garlic for 7 years?
Can I actually show the people?
Yeah. To prove that it's actually 7 years old.
Appear nationwide.
That's where it is in. How do you preserve it?
So what you do, you take garlic, peel it, put it in a container, put a little bit of salt, top it with oil. Leave it for a week. Then the garlic will actually get translucent. Then you blend it.
You blend it with the oil?
With the oil in the container. You'll need an immersion blender. So after that is done, it will keep till the dinosaurs come back.
Wow.
And they're coming back.
Oh, we're going to become dinosaurs. Very, very interesting. So that's what we added here.
Yeah, so what you do is when it goes down, add more garlic, top with oil, and you have it forever.
Wow, that's interesting. So what does that do to the taste?
Yes. Garlic is a very interesting ingredient because it has sulfur, it has so many other nutrients inside it, and those break down and convert into, I'm going to say it again, sexier tasting things over time. So the molecules get more and more complex, and you get more and more flavor out of it.
Wow. So at the end, what are we going to do with this? This one with our fish cakes,
Yes. So there's a bit of corn flour, egg to hold it.
Oh, yes, he did put some eggs in there, so 2 eggs in there.
Yes.
Also some onions as well. Okay, yeah.
Soy sauce, sesame seed oil, oyster sauce.
That is a lot, though. Yeah. That's a lot. So we're going to be frying
this. We're going to fry these into our little fish cakes.
Fish cakes, okay. Well, I can't wait. And then now the tapioca is almost done as well, is it?
I would give it maybe another 15, 20.
15, 20 minutes. So altogether, from everything that we've done, start to finish, how long will it take a regular person to put this together?
Should I discount the TV factor?
Discount the TV factor, yeah.
Okay. For the tapioca, you need to soak it for at least 24 hours.
Okay.
But a home cook can do that roughly in an hour.
Okay.
For a decent quantity.
Okay.
For the fish cakes, prep and everything will probably take you about 2 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, if you're wondering and you are finding this very, very interesting, we have the menu on your TV sets right now again, so check them out. Make sure that you have it right. If you didn't get a pen the first time, this is your chance to get a pen. It's fantastic. There's some coconut milk in there and some cadmium.
That one.
Yeah, tapioca, cloves, sugar, and salt. And also we've got for the, is this the fish cakes now?
Yes.
The Thai tapioca pudding and mango salsa. You've got some mango salsa, basil, sugar, lemon juice, and the rest on there. So they're easy to find condiments, easy to find ingredients.
Yes, you can get
anywhere in Nigeria. You don't have to order anything from the UK or so.
Interesting story about the tapioca.
Okay.
People from Lagos Island probably know what they call mingau.
Mingau.
Mingau is something that we actually got from slaves that came back from Brazil.
Okay.
And they started making it when they got back to Nigeria. And it was a very common thing in Lagos Island, especially in the Owambe parties in the 80s and 90s. But unfortunately, it's a dish that's dying off.
Well, what is it made out of?
Well, it's tapioca.
Okay, interesting.
And these are things that, I mean, you know, one of the things I find so interesting about food is that, look at something like ogbono. Do you know that Southeast Asians eat ogbono as well?
But of course.
Maybe not the way we do.
Yeah.
But they eat it. Food is global, it's universal. Food is one of those things, and it's one of the reasons why I enjoy being a chef. Food is one of those things that it relates to everybody.
Everything.
From the bread and akara eaters to the fine diners. Everybody loves food.
Very, very true. Hey guys, do stay tuned. We've got more coming your way. The taste is going to be out of this world, I bet you. And we'll let you know how it goes. But do stay tuned. We're done with the first hour. We've got another 45 minutes to go, and that's where the magic really happens, especially here in the kitchen. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back. It's Wake Up Nigeria. You're welcome back. It's the Wake Up Nigeria, the second hour here. Mary is a very violent person when the cameras are not rolling.
That's not true.
The transformation. Oscar-worthy. Oh my goodness.
MAZINO is telling lies against me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Welcome to the second hour of your favorite breakfast show on television. The first hour just went by, and we have the remaining 45 minutes to continue with the entertainment just for you.
Now, we have been having a great time this morning, and it's definitely the right mix here. Properly stirred to get your attention, just like a well-prepared breakfast, like what is going on in the kitchen with Chef Katie and Mike right now.
Very, very true.
You will not give me accolades. What's wrong?
You tried.
Mike is always looking like he wants to.
What was he doing? Mike, what are you doing there? Katie Prime making things happen.
Normally, I'm not used to this kind of thing, but because of his Chef Prime, let's see how this goes. Let's see how this goes. But it really does. The aroma is out of this world.
Yes, indeed. I agree with you. Talking about breakfast, now the kitchen has been busy. Now let's leave that alone. Let's come back here.
Of course, the show goes on.
Yes, indeed, it does. And it only gets better. My name, of course, is Ofo MAZINO Appeal.
Oh, we finally remember the Ofo. My name is Mary Bashua Alimi. and of course, you should remember to use our hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all social media platforms, and make sure you follow us at TVC Connect, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow us.
Yes, indeed. Also, you can watch us live on mobile phones and all across the world. Download the app on Google Play Store and on iOS. We also implore you to use the hashtag, like she said from earlier. And also remember, at TVC Connect, please do remember. Now, let's let you know what's coming shortly. Parenting. Iwaola Uhulu, an educationist and marriage counselor who is passionate about building strong and successful families, will be joining us as we take a look at parenting, parental favoritism, and its impact on siblings.
Finally, we have Nollywood actor and model Christabel Amy Gotti, a young talented actor who has starred in an AFRIF award-winning movie, as well as several other films. Looking forward to that conversation. Wow.
Mike is here
Mike
with
is
his
about
spoon. What's going on?
Test the
quality assurance, huh?
Tapioca.
What's it taste like?
Well, some people they cook.
Nah.
There's coconut.
There's everything in there. It's an entire world of taste. Let's put it so.
And you know,
what
Chef Katie was saying earlier actually got me thinking. Is right. Food has evolved, especially in Lagos. You know how they say, ain't no party like a Lagos party? Lagos is where you get to try out so many different dishes.
Really?
Yes. When I was younger, if I had to go to an event, especially family event, tapioca was a regular.
Really?
Just as he said, yes.
In
it was
Lagos?
always served in parties.
Well, I've
It's
never been to a
either
party where
served
that was
with-
served, actually.
You about
No,
talking too much.
not in recent
Let's
times. Now
end
you
this
get
show
gari
now.
and fried fish because of food.
Let's
now
end
you
this
get
show.
gari and fried fish. You get different things. But back then, there was always this tiny crystal bowl.
Let me put it all together now.
Very
Let me
nice.
put it all together while you're talking about food, taste, and its evolution. Now, if you go across Nigeria, and I'm trying to ring in the whole NYC thing, you actually discover a world of other tastes.
Yes.
Which is one reason why I also like to travel.
Yeah.
There's never been a trip I've been on where I didn't try something local, even on the roads. I remember this one time somewhere in Kaba, very late, I was housed by one of these very interesting Mashais who made me dinner and also breakfast all for free because I was stranded.
And those mishais are fantastic.
Have you ever had stomach trouble anytime you try to
Yes, I have, and there's nothing as liberating as entering inside the bush.
Look at that. No, but you see, there is nothing like food tourism. As far as I'm concerned.
Nothing like food tourism.
Nothing like food
bush
tourism.
tourism.
Okay, now you guys should stop. You guys should stop. You guys just reminded me of something. You know we're talking NYC. On my way back from Sokoto.
You did bush tourism?
No, I did not. But I experienced something really horrible. Someone on the bus kept screaming, I need to use the restroom. And the driver was like, Laila, I'm not stopping here. Shout, to cut the long story short.
See,
from just 1 hour into the journey till we got to Lagos.
The ecosystem relies on bush tourism. The ecosystem relies on bush tourism.
We will be back, but Trump will be talking about this. And welcome back. Second hour here for Wake Up Nigeria. Let's do the news. My name is MAZINO Appeal. Now, President Muhammadu Buhari has broken his silence over the Southern governor's decision to ban open grazing as a means of ending the security challenges which has claimed thousands of lives in the country. According to the presidency, the resolution reached in Asaba, the Delta State capital, will not solve the farmer-herder clashes as it is of questionable legality. The president added that his administration is working on other alternatives to address the security challenges and bring peace between farmers and herders. The presidency's statement is coming a few days after the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, had likened the proposed ban to prohibiting spare parts traders in the north. Instead of a ban on open grazing, President Muhammadu Buhari believes the rehabilitation of forest reserves across the country will curb the bloody clashes between herders and farmers. In line with his agenda, the federal government says the funding for the project that has been delayed is now being partly unlocked, and actual work for the full actualization of the modern reserve system is in a few days will take place. And it's if the states consent, they should take off next month, actually. And now to Anambra State, where the police command has confirmed the attacks on INEC and Police B Divisional Command in Oka by unknown gunmen. The State Commissioner of Police, Christopher Olabi, while briefing journalists at the INEC headquarters in Oka, the state capital, said the attack on Division B was a trick, as hoodlums were after the INEC office before his men repelled their attacks. He said the command recorded 100% success during last night's attack on its facility, but hoodlums succeeded in at the headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission, burning some vehicles and also buildings. The CP, however, assured residents of their safety as police have commenced routine patrols in the state and are in partnership with other sister agencies to return peace and order to the state amidst the to bring back calm and also to bring the nerves of the residents down. Now, the incident which occurred on Sunday is the latest in a series of attacks on police facilities and INEC offices by hoodlums in recent times in that region.
That they should go about their normal business, normal duties, as far as their law abiding, and endeavor to keep security agencies abreast of developments or anything suspicious they see in their various areas. The state is safe. God is helping us. There's no problem. That's the assurance I want to give you this morning.
I told you that we are still assessing the damage. We don't know exactly what. Because it's a store, you keep all sorts of things. So it's the open space where we use as our collation center that was damaged, and part of ours.
And now Ethiopia has accused the United States of meddling in its affairs. The accusation follows Washington's announcement of restrictions on economic and security assistance over alleged human rights abuses during the conflict in the northern Tigray region. Ethiopia's foreign ministry says if the U.S. restrictions continue, Addis Ababa will be forced to reassess its relations with the United States, which might have implications beyond bilateral relationships. The foreign ministry described the action taken by the U.S. government as a meddling in the Ethiopia's internal affairs, which it describes as inappropriate and completely unacceptable. But U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the restrictions imposed are meant to push both sides towards a peaceful resolution of the conflict that erupted last November. The Ethiopian government has come under increasing pressure from the international community over mounting reports of atrocities in Tigray. And that's it for the news second hour. Now, we have a very interesting segment here, and that's parenting. On Parenting Today, Iwaola Uhulu, she's an educationalist and also marriage counselor who's passionate about building strong and successful families. Now she's joining us to take a look at parental favoritism, what a word, and its impact on siblings. Now you are welcome, Iwaola. It's so good to have you here today. Been looking forward to actually talk to you about this.
All right.
Parental favoritism is something that I think I was influenced by somehow or the other, because I'm the last kid, but I want to hear your take on it exactly. First off, let's define it for everybody to understand what we're talking about today. What is it? Okay, thank you. Parental favoritism, okay? It's when one parent or both parents, as the case may be, when they display constant favoritism towards the child over the other ones. Okay. So in a group of children, let's take a small unit, 3. Okay. First, middle, and last. Okay. Which is much more at, which one would you think is the most favored in most cases? Sometimes it might be the first, and sometimes it might be the last, the last born. Okay. Okay. And what's the influence on the other members of that unit? Okay. When the parents show favoritism over, you know, the other ones start feeling neglected, rejected. They just conclude, okay, my parents, they don't like me. They don't love me. Probably don't want me around here. They prefer my brother or they prefer my sister over me. So anything they do, they don't seem to find it right. And the impact on them in society, is that also something to take note of? What does it make them do when they get out? It affects them even on their job, when they grow up, when they start working. Really? How exactly? Okay, when the child grow up like that, it affects their self-esteem. Oh. Yes. Oh, really? The self-esteem will drop because the child will feel, I can't do it. I'm not capable. I'm not good enough. So they will carry that into their adulthood. Wow. So it affects them in their job. Their performance will not be so great like that. So there are two audiences here. There are parents who have kids, more than just one. Yes. And then there are those who have actually grown up with that as an influence that has influenced their lives. So if I'm an adult already and I went through this, is there any way that I can recondition my mental state? Yeah, it's possible. You know, you look at the society and people around you. Okay. First of all, you have to admit that, okay, I need to change this. Okay. The way I feel about myself. Okay. You really have to work on it. Okay. It doesn't just happen overnight. You have to work, you have to be deliberate. Okay, I want to be better. This thing has really affected me. But going forward, I want to be a better person. Okay. I want to, okay. And for parents who have kids, okay, it will be very hard for them to admit, first of all, that I know I favor this one over that one, because parents normally don't. I like them, but inside of them, there's some sort of... Actually, it's natural for parents to... Is it? It's natural. Wow. Don't let me... Yes. You know, because I had this conversation with Mary, I think it was yesterday or sometime last week, where, because I have an only child, I have a daughter. Okay. And by Joe, I am actually scared of having another one, because I do not know how I am going to divide the love that I have for this beautiful human being, this perfect human being, with another person. And by far, that is one of the reasons why I am refraining from having another child. You have to be conscious of your actions and decisions. How do you divide love equally amongst children?
That is why you are the mature human being here, okay? You know what you want.
No, but I don't. I can't. I don't know how.
Because this parental raising actually affects both parties. Parents.
Oh, really?
Yes, in their old age.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh.
When your children grow up, the non-favored, while growing up, might be the one that will now take care of you. Okay? So when that time comes, the child will feel like, okay, while growing up, you didn't like me. You like my brother.
Yeah.
So why not go to him now to take care of you?
And that's also going to cause sibling rivalries in older ages as well.
So parents should be very, very careful.
Wow.
While their children are still growing up. It might not be easy, but try as much as possible to show them love equally. Treat them equally. If a child has to get more privileges, let them know why. Probably a child is sick, or that child needs more attention at a particular point in time. Let the other children know why that child is getting it. So parents have to be very, very careful so that they won't breed discord among their children.
Okay. So let's flip the coin. Let's talk about when a child favors one parent over the other. Is that a problem as well?
When a
child favors daddy over mommy or mommy over daddy more, and it's obvious. Is this call for attention? Is it something that parents should also take note of?
That one too is normal in a way. Okay, probably the child feel that okay, I love mom more than dad, so I want to favor my mom more than my dad. But it's all boils down to the upbringing, the way they were brought up. Okay. Now, I used to tell parents that, okay, when they sit your children down and ask them, who do you love more? Is it daddy or mommy? Your children should find it difficult to say.
They should actually.
They should find it difficult to say mommy or daddy.
Yeah.
If that happens,
then there's an issue.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, madam. We absolutely love having you here. That's something to actually take note of. Please, if your parents out there, you want to take that in and make sure that you, if you have to, make some changes to how you parent. Well, once again, thank you. Just stay tuned. Let's do a break here on Wake Up Nigeria. We will be right back with some tasty deliciousness.
If you are going to leave your father's house because of a guy, ensure that at least 1 or 2 people know exactly where you're going. Drop the contact somewhere. We don't like to hear stories like the one you just saw now in EJ Musa. We have Christabel Amigodi here. She's a young talented actor who starred in an Africa award-winning movie and several other movies, including Nigerian Prince, which I will talk to her about. It is great to have you. You are welcome.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So while we're talking just before now, you became an actor by accident. And a number of people have that story. Did you always want to be an actor?
Yes, I would say so, because I remember just before I moved to Lagos, I had a job, okay?
Move from where? What job?
I used to do HR in an oil and gas firm. So I read geophysics.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but then, you know, I'd always wanted to be on TV, and it was tinsel at the time. So I remember I used to take flights all the time and come here for auditions and stuff like that.
You would fly for auditions?
Yeah. That was how much I wanted this. And then, sadly, whenever they would call me, I would, you know, be working. And, you know, the thing with having a job...
You got some callbacks, and you will still be at work.
Yeah, so... And then the lie I would tell them was, oh, I was sick. So I couldn't, you know, keep up with the lies, because, of course...
Yeah, becoming too sick.
And, you know, acting is a demanding job, very jealous profession. So, because sometimes you are required to be... you know, on location for 3 weeks or a month or even longer.
And so you left your 9 to 5, relocated to Lagos just because you wanted to act?
Yes. Call me crazy. What's okay? That's a good crazy.
Is it financially viable? Has it been financially rewarding so far? Did you, looking back in retrospect, did you make the best decision for yourself financially?
Financially, to be very honest, I would say I'm not there yet. I think even the Genevieve will tell you. That's why every actor has another hustle, especially in Nollywood, in Nigeria. It's different. So there is hardly an actor who doesn't have, you know, a side hustle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to put something there. Now let's talk about Nigerian Prince. The movie, I think it was a foreigner who, somebody who made mention of the movie, and that was the first time I heard about it. I was like, okay, I'll check it out, but I have not checked it out. But then it has had quite good reviews. Let's talk about Nigerian Prince. How did you get in contact with that particular production, and how did that production go? Okay, so when I came into Lagos first, I used the first 2 years to attend auditions so that it would enable me understand the environment, the industry, network with people. So that was how Nigerian Prince happened. I got invited to the closed audition. Okay. So that's the benefit of going out and networking. People get to find the talent, you know, and you put yourself out there. People get to know you. Okay. They hear about you. They see your works. So that's how I got invited. And so there was a casting. There was a casting director here, a Nigerian, an actor, and she did her bit with her crew, and the videos were sent, you know, to the US, and that's where I was picked because I was told that, you know, by the director. Yeah, because you have quite a number of movies on Netflix. Let's just talk about the synopsis because that's quite a movie. Nigerian Prince. What's it? I know we know when it's a Nigerian Prince, we know. I think, you know, scam and all of that. But let's talk about the synopsis here. What's Nigerian Prince all about? You said it all. It was about fraud. Yeah, it was about the guy, you know, in the picture who came in from the US. He had never been in Nigeria, but he's Nigerian, you know, and then he was visiting. I played the role of his family friend, you know, and then he was visiting his aunt for the first time, and then he got in touch with this cousin of his who lives a reckless life, and that was how he got introduced. Okay. To fraud. Now that movie has had rave reviews, I think, to the most of my knowledge. You were also in, is it Lost or Last Okoroshi? The Lost Okoroshi. The Lost Okoroshi. Yeah. So in some quarters, I feel like some people, a lot of people really went after the movie and all of that. How do you handle negative, or let's say, negative criticism? You know, how do you personally handle it? If it's a movie project you're in, or if it's to you as a character in a movie? If it's to me, then it means, for instance, if I played a mean role, and no, this is not about being mean. No. Okay. So there's affective fallacy. So, for instance, I would not see a patient who's awkward and say, you're a bad actress. I love, you know, affective fallacy when you're so good at being, you know, in a particular role. But I mean, when somebody says the quality of your job, have you ever, you know, had such, you know, thrown at you, maybe online or in person, you know, doubting the quality of your work? Of my acting? Yes, of your acting. I haven't had that so You far, haven't? Thankfully. Interesting. I haven't. Is that, wow. Okay, that should be a first. That should be a first. So then, when it comes to roles and all of that, how do you set yourself up? However, sorry to However, I've had criticisms, you know, during the audition process. I would be the one to ask, you know, the director, did you like it and stuff like that. Just and then they tell you what they don't like. Yeah, just before the main work is out. Okay, and then you probably use that and, you know, get yourself better. Okay, now let's talk about challenging roles and all of that. What do you think you're most comfortable with? What kind of role would challenge you? What would you like to do if you were to cast yourself in the perfect movie for Christopher? What kind of role would it be? What movie would it be? I would like to be in a series like Game of Thrones. You went there, Game of Thrones. Honestly, that is strong. And I see myself playing, what's her name? Oh, don't do that. Khaleesi? Definitely Khaleesi is on the table. Okay. And the main lady who was sleeping with her brother. Cersei, Queen Cersei. So I see myself trying that out. What is the most you've ever done in preparation for a role? Because, you know, these guys, they could go months getting themselves in shape, you know, going to workouts or fight trainings and all of that. What's the most you person have ever done in preparation for a role? Currently, I'm trying to put on 2 or 3 kg for a role that I'm being cast for. That will be a challenge. So I think that's going to be like the most challenging because I've been like this all my life. Yes, I mean, looking at you. So what's your diet like? What are you doing differently? Are you really going to go there? Yes, I am going to go there. What are you doing differently? I'm trying to eat every other thing that I ordinarily, because I'm a pro-health, you know, fitness junkie and stuff like that. So these days I'm a bit, you know,
laid back with certain
trying to get, because we've seen that's one that's very prominent. I remember Joaquin Phoenix for Joker, who had to lose weight drastically. We've had people, Mark Wahlberg, they lose the ad, Kristen Bale, they lose the ad, all because of the job. So would you eat unhealthy, something that goes against your ideals or your beliefs? Would you eat unhealthy to pack up that weight for a role?
Yes.
You would?
Yes, I will.
Now, that's quite interesting. Okay, moving on from that, let's see. We'll get back to that eating part later. But let's see now, what are the projects you have on the horizon? What are you looking forward to? What is in store for Christabel and those who love her fans? What should they look out for?
Quite a lot. I'm waiting for a callback from this closed audition I attended, something for Africa Magic. And then the other one, the one I mentioned early on, where I'm trying to add weight for it. It's an international job. We're going to be filming in Lagos, Cameroon.
Have you ever already gotten the role? Or are you doing that before? Okay. So if you don't hit your target with the weight and all that, what will happen?
I will hit my target.
If you don't.
I will. It's not an option.
It's not an option.
No.
Okay.
I've even had to, so there was, before the COVID, there was a project I was meant to go on. It's not happening yet, you know, due to COVID and stuff. And I had to go learn karate.
You had to learn karate?
Relearn swimming.
Okay, so you can fight now as it is now.
You want to try?
Nice. Okay, yes, wishing you all the best. Let's have a sneak peek of something you've done, and we'll do something about that feeding part. Let's see if Chef Katie can put up some pounds, add some pounds to what you have already.
Okay.
I found a place for the three of you.
I really appreciate all of your help, sir. Thank you. Mama treated us so well. My siblings and I were beginning to feel loved and protected again. Then this.
What brings you this time?
The kids are starving.
But I thought we have some rice left.
A handful.
That will do.
You're missing school a lot these days. There's an opportunity for a scholarship here.
I feel really obligated to cater for these kids.
From now on, you're expected to go to bed early.
Sister, I am prepared.
The following students should see me in my office immediately. We have a tough situation in our hands.
We may have to close this place.
Please don't close it.
It is the best thing to do at this point.
Be courageous in the face of adversities and do not allow anything hold you back from achieving your desired goal in life.
You have a gift. I can see it, but you do not feel at home with us.
Mama, I am happy now. And the kids are happy too. That's all that matters to me right now.
I'm glad to hear that.
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't wait for that interview to be over. You are welcome, Christabel.
Thank you.
You would make a fantastic Elisa, by the way. I think you've got the facial features, you've got the hair and everything. This is Mary Bashalimi and Chef Katie Prime.
Yes, and he's cooked us delicious breakfast everyone can't wait to dig into.
Indeed.
Yes.
It's Thai inspired, by the way.
Oh,
so, yes,
okay.
we've come to this at
May
the
I
end.
ask how much I'm supposed to add after this?
How many calories? Leave that.
Just enjoy the meal. That's the cocoa.
So, while you are going to be tasting it, I'm going to ask Chef Katie to talk us through exactly how we've gotten here right now.
I can't wait to taste it while you are doing that.
It's been a long road.
Yeah, keep going. So tell us
It's been a long road on a 2-hour show. So, first things first, we start with the tapioca. So I soaked the tapioca with cardamom pods and cloves for 4 days. Put it in coconut milk, coconut powder, a bit of brandy flavoring, no alcohol.
Flavoring.
Yeah.
Then the mango salsa that goes on top.
We've been missing reactions. Like when she dug into the she's not letting go of the tapioca.
And she's doing it the right
What
way.
do you think? Did you like it? You do like it. Fantastic. So, Chef Katie, as always, you've outdone
delivered.
yourself.
Thank you so much. You guys are more than worth it. In fact, I wish I could do 5 courses for you guys. You guys are so close to me.
Thank you.
Okay, looks like we're going to have a 5-hour show one of these days. You know, because Chef Katie is going to be in charge.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
on
you very
the
much,
show.
Christabel. Thank you very much, Katie Prime. You can follow him on Instagram. And thank you out there for watching. We love you. Hey,
Mike.
join us again tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic. Wednesday, Women Crush
they talk too much.
Wonder Women Wednesday. Mike is just, he wants to come and
Mike wants to come
get
here.
some food. So it's okay, Mike. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This guy is a clown.
Bye-bye,
Have a
guys.
great day. See you tomorrow.